Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are enjoying all the problems that I am uploading. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe and share among your friends. So today's problem is find the minimum number of Fibonacci numbers whose sum is k, right? So given the number k, return the minimum number of Fibonacci numbers whose sum is equal to k. Whether a Fibonacci number could be used multiple times. The Fibonacci numbers are defined as f1 is equal to 1, f2 is equal to also 1, fn is equal to fn minus 1 plus fn minus 2 for n is greater than 2. So that is the definition of the Fibonacci numbers. It is guaranteed that for a given constraint we can always find such a Fibonacci numbers that sum k. So basically we are given with a number k and we need to find x number of Fibonacci numbers whose sum is equal to k, and those Fibonacci numbers could be added multiple times also. That is the constraint that is given. So you don't need to use one Fibonacci number just once, but you could use it multiple times. So for example, for 7 could be done by using the addition of 2 plus 5, that is 7. That is the minimum number of Fibonacci numbers that are needed, right? We are caring about the minimum number. So minimum is 2 plus 5, 7. But of course, the maximum is, since Fibonacci number there is 1 is also Fibonacci number, the maximum could be 7, right? So there are several different ways that you could come up with the given k, but all we are interested is the minimum number of Fibonacci numbers, right? So for that case we are going to have 2 plus 5, which is equal to 7. So 2 numbers are needed in order to get 7. For example, 10, that is also 2 plus 8. For 19, 1 plus 5 plus 13, so 3 numbers are needed. So those are the minimum number of Fibonacci numbers required, right? So that is the problem description. Let's go ahead and try to understand a little bit and then dive into the logic. Okay, so the logic is here, usually the number of Fibonacci numbers are very less for a given number, right? If a given number is k, right, so there are less than log k numbers usually, so not even log. Okay, in some cases it's even less than. So in some cases it is more than log k, but in some cases it is less than log k. So there are some very less number of Fibonacci numbers for given k. So what we are going to do is we are going to generate the Fibonacci numbers until 10 power 9. So that is the constraint given in the problem description. Okay, so we will generate and put them in a list. Now after we generate the numbers, right, we are going to subtract the highest possible number from k, assuming that k is greater than the highest possible number, right? So we are going to subtract the highest possible number from k only if k is still greater than the highest possible number in the 10 power 9. All right, so and then we are going to put whatever the number that we subtracted from k, right, that into a hash set, so that we can keep track of a given number, how many times or how many numbers or how many unique numbers that we have subtracted from k, so that at the end if you add up all those numbers, right, it could be one or many number of times, it should give you the k. Basically that's the understanding. So that's, we said we have to keep in mind given Fibonacci number could be used multiple times. Okay, so we will keep deducting that many times until k becomes less than the current Fibonacci number. Okay, so once k becomes 0, right, whatever the hash set has, that is the unique elements, the unique Fibonacci numbers, we are going to return the size of the hash set. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the same algorithm. So we'll come back to the time and space complexity later. So as I said, first we are going to construct the Fibonacci numbers until 10 power 9. So initially f1 is 1, f2 is 1, so that is mentioned in the description as well, and then we keep adding to this list the Fibonacci numbers that we are going to encounter. So as long as the f2 is less than 10 power 9, right, we are going to generate the Fibonacci number and add it to the fibs list. Okay, we keep on adding to the fibs list, right, and then exchanging f2 into f1 and next into f2, right. So that is what we are going to do. So this while loop will give us the Fibonacci numbers until 10 power 9. Okay, and then once we have these fibs array obtained, right, so the one optimization that you could do is, instead of doing until 10 power 9, right, if you want, you could do it until k. That is also works. So that will even bring down the complexity, the overall complexity down than like 10 power 9. But since the constraint given is 10 power 9, I don't want to go beyond that. So that's why I'm creating this 10 power 9 all the time. Okay, so otherwise you could just go until k. That also is fine. And the second, once we have the fibs list prepared, right, what we are going to do is declare a hash set, and then you start from the largest element possible, right, len minus 1, that is the largest element possible that is there in the list, right. So in this fibs list, so you go and execute this while loop as long as k is greater than 0. That means you have some k left over. So if k is greater than fibs of len minus 1, right, if k is greater than the current fib number, right, then you subtract that fib number and add that fib number into the hash set. So as long as the k is greater than fib, the current fib number, you keep on adding, right, but otherwise you decrement the index, the fibs index, so that you could do the subtraction from here, right, likewise. So finally, since we are keeping track of the elements that we are subtracting in a hash set will have only the unique elements. You would finally give the unique elements, the count of the unique elements from the hash set. So that will be the answer for this problem. So that will have the minimum number of Fibonacci numbers whose sum is k. So keep in mind, a given Fibonacci number could be used multiple times. That's why as long as k is greater than fib of len minus 1, we keep on adding it. Okay, we keep on adding it. So even though you are adding the same number multiple times, since it's a hash set, it is not going to add multiple times. So just keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and look at the time complexity, right. So the time complexity for this algorithm is, so here since I am generating this Fibonacci numbers until 10 power 9, right. So there are only 44 numbers that are possible under 10 power 9. So there are only 44 Fibonacci numbers under 10 power 9. So this loop typically is going to execute around 44 times, right. So this will execute only up till 44 times, not more than that. So this, you can say, since it is 44 for all the given things, right, the maximum is 44. So you could say it's a constant amount for our example case, and then come down to this while loop. So here we are executing through this k while k is greater than 0 loop, right. So this is actually deducting each Fibonacci number that it came across, right. So the maximum amount that it could do is, if for example if k is equal to 2, right, this would run 2 times, right. So for k is equal to 1, k is equal to 2, it would run only 2 times, right. So in that case we would say order of k. So that is the worst case time complexity. But as the k grows, right, For k is equal to 2, the time complexity is order of k, that is order of 2 basically. But as the k grows, the time complexity for this while loop will come down, drastically come down, right? So since we are observing k is equal to 2 as order of k, right, we would say the worst case time complexity is order of k. But in practical, that order of k is not holding for all the elements, it's only for 2 or maybe more than 2 or 3, something like that. But that is the time complexity, right? So let's go ahead and look at the space complexity. Space complexity, as we said, there are only 42 numbers less than the 10 power 9 constraint limit, right? So you could say, yeah, fibs is also a constant space, and we are using a hash set, right? Hash set is out of 44 there would be less than or equal to 44 numbers that we are storing in the hash set, because we store only the unique elements, right? So again, for this, the maximum that it could store is 44 elements again, right? So in that case, what we would say is we are using a constant space for this algorithm. So the worst case time complexity is order of k, and the worst case time space complexity is constant space for this algorithm. So if you have any questions on this algorithm, please leave your questions in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I would like to remind you once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe and share among your friends. Also, please click the bell icon so that you would get all my future video updates. I'll be back with another problem from LeetCode very soon. Till then, bye.